All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to start. This will take me a couple weeks or weekends. I got 73 open end, box end, assortment of wrenches here. It's taken me about 2 years to collect this. Well, I take that back. I've got more. But this I've been collecting because most of these are Craftsman. There's line wrenches, there's a little bit of everything, metric, just a mess. There is some different brands in here that are not Craftsman, like this is Challenger, which is Proto. Don't know how I dumped them in there, but they're in there. But I'm gonna clean all these up, and I have literally 50 cents a piece or less in these. Most of these I have a dime or a quarter in. So I'm gonna see how clean I can get them, how nicely I can get them, and then kind of figure the value of what I got invested compared to what it would cost me. And what I started was just trying to collect Craftsman, just because I have a bunch of them. I want to try to make a full set. I really don't need them, but if I can pick them up for a dime or a quarter a piece, I just can't pass it up. I think I can sell them double that. So yeah, I'm gonna start just taking the worst ones, wiping them down, taking a wire wheel, lightly polishing them, and just clean them up a little bit. See how it looks. Starting off just by using some carb cleaner and just cleaning. Some of these have like a light surface rust on them. It just comes right off. Little dirt, little debris. My battery pack's going dead again. Anyways, this one's not taking a lot to clean up, just a little light wiping down. Nice little wrench. All right, some of these I'm going to run over the wire wheel. Then run them over 2000 grit. Just like that, nothing fancy. I'll take a brush on a drill and clean the insides out there. Let's take one of these that are really bad. Alright, that's one that was really bad. This is a cheap Dunlop. Plating on this, really it looks like it only had plating here and the rest of it was kind of a nickel, I think. We'll go to the gray wheel. Let's go to the gray wheel. Here. Trying to use up this gray wheel. Now we'll go back to the 2000. There we go, simple cleanup. Nothing super fancy. I mean, it was rusted pretty bad. Cleaned it up quickly and easily. No big deal. That's how I'll do most of them. See, let's just run this one over the wire wheel. All right. Okay, let's see what it does without even going to the gray wheel. That's just 2000 grit. You can see how the letters are pitted pretty bad though. Nothing fancy. See? That's a 2000 grit wheel. Probably be a little better if I ran it over the gray wheel first, but I mean, got most of the rust off. And I know the rust will come back if I don't take care of them properly, but that's not a problem. Just wipe my tools down before I put them back in the toolbox. I'll just get a wire brush on a drill and just clean up the insides a little bit. There we go. Not bad. See a little rust right there. All right. Tackle some more. All right, I'm gonna take one of the worst looking wrenches. I've had some worse, but I thought I'd show it in the video. I'm going to wire wheel it, go over the, I think it's a gray wheel, it's a 320, and then go over the 2000 grit and show you what I wind up with. And I don't even know the brand. I don't know if we can see it in there. Anyways, let's go to the wire wheel. Alright, mechanically cleaning the rust off and the embellishments or the damage with a wire wheel. It's supposed to be a brass coated wire wheel, but it doesn't take long for the brass to come off. I don't even know why they sell it as a brass coated. They might just sell it as a steel wheel. It'd been just fine. But anyways, it's a proto. Now let's go to the 320 wheel. Okay, this is a 320 gray, like a Scotch-Brite wheel. Here's another one. It's a new one. This one, I'm trying to use it all up. That's the 320 wheel. Kind of gives it a, not a dull luster, but like a medium polish. I don't know how to describe it, except that's what it does. Now let's go to the 320, or the 2000 grit wheel. And this wheel is getting worn, and I really need to put it on a buffing motor, not this big grip bench grinder, but it's what I have, so that's what I'm using. we go. That's how clean with just using the wire wheel, the 320 wheel, and then the 2000 grit. Now if you look real close, you can see the pitting, and then you can see some of the damage. It's not perfect. I mean, I could do a lot better polish, but this is just quick and easy. This is just an easy way to clean some tools up, make them look halfway decent. I think it's worth it. Now all I'm going to do, throw a coat of polish on it, a coat of wax, and call it good. I think I'm going to do one that's not so bad so you can see how, I don't know what the difference. I don't know. I'll just do one that's cleaner, a cleaner tool, and see there you can see the pitting. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, this is a nicer wrench and not as rusty, just lightly dirty. It's been used. You can see the wear. Anyways, let's I'm gonna put it on the wire wheel first, and then go to the 320, and then to 2000. Alright guys, it's not perfect. If you look real close, you can see some fine scratches left from the 320. I need to go up grits, but I don't see a need because these are just good used tools. It's cleaned up real nice. I mean, I could probably do a whole lot better if I put it on the cotton wheel and the flapper wheel and do more, but this is just quick, easy cleanup. I just wanted to show you, and that's what I'm going to clean all these wrenches. I actually threw a couple extras in there that I found that I had laying around, and just clean them all up. Alright guys, I finished cleaning up all these wrenches, and there's 64 wrenches here, and most of them, I think 40 something, 41 or 42 are Craftsman. And then I've got a Husky USA. I got one Snap-on. This is a Proto. This is a no-name. And then let's see, Buffalo. This is when they were still made in USA. Hang on. Pins Corporation, and I cleaned them up pretty good. I got a couple S&K Waynes, Dunlop USA. That's old school Dunlop. This wasn't even chromed or plated or anything, but I cleaned it up pretty good. And then of course another Proto, and they cleaned up really nice. Most of them I did a pretty good job. This one is a ProMaster. Don't know, I think this is Chinese, but look how eat up it is. The pitting, it's almost to the point where it's not any good. You see the inside, the 12 point, it's corroded pretty good. really and truly, this is junk. And you don't want to put much pressure on that. If you look, the metal's eating away pretty good. I hope I can get that in the video, but that end is no good. This end could still be good as a 7/16, but I'm probably going to wind up throwing that one away. And then Thorson USA turned out, I mean, most of the plating was gone off of this one, but it actually cleaned up really well. There's a fleet. This is the fleet with a matte finish on it. And then, you know, it's actually electric. It's got somebody's, anyways. And then it starts the Craftsman. Let's see, Forged USA. I'm not sure the brand. I have to look this. This is an old school brand. We used to call these alternator wrenches. You get on the old Chevrolets, you get back there and get the screw nut on the alternator. Anyways, Valcheck. It's an old one, still in good shape. And this is another one where the plating, I don't know if it was chrome or nickeled or what it was, but most of it was gone, but it cleaned up really well. Let's see if I can get in here, you guys. Oops, sorry for bumbling around here. Might be easier doing it this way. And then you can see on some of these, the pitting's really bad on the. This is a Craftsman 19 and a 21 millimeter line wrench. Line wrenches are one of those that you rarely ever use them, maybe once every 10 years, but when you need a line wrench, especially if you're working on pump motors or high pressure units, that's when they come in handy. But yeah, one cleaned up really nice, was in good shape, and then one of them was pitted pretty heavily. True Test USA, big Craftsman, 1¼ inch 1/16. This is old school Sears. This is Japanese. Yeah, it is Japanese. You can tell these were pretty good. These were real popular in the 80s and 90s, I remember, because my dad had a set of these. Anytime I find Craftsman says Japan, I buy it. I don't have a problem with Japanese steel. Valcheck. It's weird. If you look at how the Valcheck is made, it resembles the Craftsman. So whoever made the Valcheck, if Valcheck, probably had a contract for Craftsman at one time too. Everybody had a contract for Craftsman back in the day. More Protos. I got a Challenger, a Proto, Mastercraft and Craftsman. All these here are all Craftsman. Now these, let's go back here. These are professional series, I guess what they call them. These that have the quick, these are supposed to be a quick, like you can lift up on the nut and almost have a full set. I have 2 5/8, so I'm going to have to find, I don't know, I may have some more of these, but I almost have a full set, and these were in really decent shape. Almost all of these were pretty good. You had a few of them that had some damage, see the pitting, but they cleaned up nice. And all this, these 5 right here were tied together. I bought these from the pawn shop. I paid $5 for these. And this was 7/8 up to 1 1/8. So everything else here, the rest of them, I've got all these wrenches, I have 50 cents each or less. I got maybe $25 high end that I paid for all these, because some of these I had pennies in. And it took me 2 years to collect these. And that's just picking up whenever I see them randomly. I do not like paying $1 for a wrench unless it's a 1 inch or bigger. Because I find these all the time. Garage sales, I pick them up. I know I went to a garage sale a while back. I think I picked up 3 of them for $1. 3 wrenches for $1. So, and I've got a full set now. I can make a full set out of these Craftsman. I looked it up last night. A 20-piece Craftsman set was $96. A 7-piece set was $26. So I have enough wrenches here I can make a set, even though it's mismatch, except for these open-end, box-end wrenches like this. I've got a full set of these now. Complete set. I got more than 20. I might have enough to make 2 sets now. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know there is cheap tools out there, and it took me 2 years to collect this. I wasn't in any hurry. Whenever I see one, I bought one. It wasn't, I wasn't consciously trying to make a set, but I do want a Craftsman set. And I know a lot of people don't like the raised panel. I don't mind them. I like them. It doesn't bother me. It's just Dad had them when I was a kid. We always looked for them. Proto, Craftsman, and Proto, Craftsman. What was the other one Dad always liked? I'll think of it here in a minute. But anyway, I'm always looking, especially the name brand. It just, you just can't beat them. The quality's here, and if you can pick these up for cheap, it's worth. Just stick them in the bucket, let them build up, and then when you have time, clean them. And now I will say, it took me 4.5 hours to clean all these. For those of you, somebody's going to say, well, that's a lot. Your time's worth more. No, I disagree with that, because I got at least 2 sets here, and that's going to be over $200, not including this set here, and then the metrics that I have here. The metric set's $26, $27. So I got well over $250 worth of tools if I had to buy them new. And I don't waste my time watching television. Entertainment for me is work. It's all I do is work. And I love to eat. If anything entertainment-wise, I love my T-bones, I love my porterhouses, I love my ribs, I love my chicken, I love to eat. And I eat very well. And tools make me a living. For those of you that don't understand that, I'm sorry, you got a problem. But for me, tools let me eat, and let me eat well. And since I live in Oklahoma, where beef is very plentiful, I feed the vegetables to the cow and I eat the cow. That's how I do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. This video is probably not a real good video. I'm going to try to show the 2 wheels that I used. And actually 3. I used the wire wheel, I used the gray wheel, and then I used the 2000 grit wheel. The wire wheel was brass coated. The gray wheel, I believe, is a 320 grit, and it's a Scotch-Brite style wheel. And then I think it's silicone, or not silicone, it's, God, I can't remember the name. Anyways, a 2000 grit wheel I got from Amazon. I'll leave a link so you guys can look them up if anybody's interested. But it does very well. And there was a couple of these that were really, really bad, and they turned out good. The only one, like this one, the metal kind of turned out dark. And I don't know if the metal, so I see another one. I don't know here if I can get, you can see the difference in the chrome. This part shined up well, but this that wasn't really plated right, I don't know what to call it. It just, the polish, when I went to wax it and throw some polish on it, it turned it dark, like almost a matte finish. Anyways, Doesn't matter, still a good use tool. That's not gonna, this little discoloration is not gonna make the difference on use on this. Oh, and the only other thing I did do, there was a couple of them. I stuck a wire wheel, or a wire brush in my drill press, and I just stuck that in there and just ran it on the inside a little bit. Some of the smaller ones I used a Dremel if they were real dirty on the inside. I will say the only wrench that was bad, I think, is this one here, and I already showed that. I think this one's just not gonna be any good. But anyways, I'm getting off topic again. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Would you have wasted your time? I think it was worth it for me. Subscribe if you like, guys. I try to bring a little bit of tool repurposing, I guess. And right here is a good example. Some of these were really nasty and they cleaned up really well. All right, guys, y'all have a good day.